Hello Forkies, this is day 10 of me playing chess on chess.com until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We will play a 10-minute rapid game, so let's go. Yesterday I had the white pieces and today we have the black pieces against a 2100 rated opponent. d4, d5, probably the queen's gambit, yes, and now the slow defense, simply defending the d5 pawn. And now this is pretty normal stuff, and this is the exchange variation, which is considered pretty okay, nothing special actually. And now I believe bishop f5 does work and the pawn is defended. Okay, so bishop f5 has to be the correct option. And now I just develop, and you can see this position is completely symmetrical. Maybe bishop d3. Yes, now probably bishop g6 is okay. This position is pretty balanced, so nothing special will about to happen. But now I get to trade these bishops off the board, and I think my position is very pleasant. Why can't I just play something like queen c7, maybe because of rook c1 followed by this, but maybe he just blundered. How can he defend everything? Now probably knight c6 is the best move, but then I can take the bishop and then the knight, and his pawns are very weak here, so maybe he just blunders the move queen c7. There was the move queen b8 as well, but I don't believe this position would be much better now. These blunders, this is, oh, but he has this move. Now I need to concentrate. There is this move, winning the knight probably. So knight takes is my preferred option. If knight d5, I give check, he goes back. So maybe I need to take with the bishop, and after, if I take with the bishop, then knight d5 is not possible because no x-ray is made. And if he takes then with the knight here, I can play here. If here, then what can I do? I can play rook d8 probably, and I'm better then. So bishop e4, bishop e5, d5, knight e5, knight d5, queen a5, knight c3, and rook d8 is my calculation here. Maybe queen b3 needs to be calculated, but I can just play something like, I'm not so sure, this is too complicated for me. Maybe I can simply castle in this position and I don't do nothing, and this probably is okay. There is no knight d5. Yes, I will just castle, this is too complicated for me. Maybe I had a win and a way to win a pawn, but we will analyze after the game this position. So maybe now rook c8, simply developing. I spent 1.5 minutes on the previous move, which is not very good, and now I will try to fix that mistake. So if he takes my knight, I will probably take the bishop back, and then I will take with my queen, pressuring down the c file. Probably this is okay, maybe queen d6 in the future, trading off the rooks when the knight moves to e2, and I think my position is very okay. I am down a minute and I will try to fix that. If he takes, I will take on f4, and this is a very good move actually, knight back to d3. Do I need to take the bishop? Absolutely not. I can play knight h5, knight h5. If he takes, I take. If g4, I go back, and then if he goes here, probably my position is okay, maybe here and here to c4. So maybe knight h5 is okay actually. What about bishop g5 then? Bishop g5 looks like a mistake. Does it actually blunder a game away? Not really. This is nothing. Maybe I have something else. I can of course trade and play. Can I play knight takes d4? Then he takes and it doesn't work. Maybe I take, takes, there, there, there. I think this works. I can take there. Wait, I will trade. If he takes back, I will take back with my knight. Does this work or not? Takes, takes, and e5. Oh, but there is knight d5. I take, he takes. I don't think this is good, so I will just develop maybe just queen d6, not allowing any like c-file attacks on my queen. So I think this position is fairly okay. Maybe now I'm threatening knight d4 actually, followed by e5, forking queen and the knight. And my name is, as you might know, Forky Chess. And now you have to subscribe, please guys, it would really help me out. But I need to focus now. Now I am down 2 minutes on the clock. I will, yes, this blunders the game away. I can take. Is this a good move? If he takes, I take back. Attacking the queen. And if he doesn't take, I will just go back to c6, having great position. I think I just won a clear pawn, and I need to play faster now. Maybe just queen d6 back. This rook is pretty annoying down the c-file, I believe. This knight will maybe go to c4 in the future, but he decided to play knight a5. Okay, knight a5. Maybe rook c6. If there, I can double up. If he takes, maybe b4, b5, followed by knight d7, but then he has b4. So maybe just knight d7 right away. Maybe knight d7. Being prophylactic, not allowing to allow him to go to c5. I think this is okay. Maybe b5 will be played in the future. But this is a tremendous blunder by my opponent. Oh, but no. Then now he has this square. But maybe I can do the same. Knight b6. If he goes here, I go here. And I will play. Oh, but he's threatening my pawn here. I missed that. Maybe rook c7 now. Just defending everything. This looks okay. Trying to double up. And then I will play knight to c4. Attacking the a3 pawn as well. Maybe b6 will be played in the near future. Trying to dislodge this knight from c5. I need to play much faster. I am down 2 minutes and a half if my math is correct. And of course I have an extra pawn, which is very big advantage in this position, but I need to convert it. Wait, what? b5 is played. This looks like a mistake. If I take, queen takes, I have here. But then knight takes, I guess, which looks kinda odd. Maybe I can just go here. Yeah, knight c5. Knight c4 looks okay. Knight c4. If he takes, maybe I have b6 in that moment. b6. I don't like it. I will just take back. And maybe I will sacrifice my rook in some position. Is he trying to play a5? Is this a good move? I don't think so. I will just double up on the c-file. Maybe I have some tricks with... Maybe knight b6 now. But this blunders a pawn, so a5. a5, rook b5. What is happening in this position? Maybe just here, not allowing anything to come. Rook b6. Rook here, I can do this. Just rook c6, trying to play a rook b6 is an okay plan, I believe. Because if I were to play a5, then a rook b5 is a very good move in the position. Attacking my weak pawn. Why can't I just go back? Oh, he will double up. Logical, but I will still do it. Why not? Pressure this rook. If rooks come off the board, I will just pre-move this. I think my position will be much easier to play, but he declines a rook trade, which is okay. But now just rook c6 back, trying to play here. Okay. Maybe he's playing very fast now, which is not. Maybe queen f4, threatening the fork. Queen f4 attacking the pawn, threatening a fork. I like this move, queen f4. It is a very active move. Maybe rook b6 can be tried. But, I mean, this looks very hard to play for my opponent. Because I can trade and play check, followed by knight to d2, threatening knight to f1 check, which would be deadly, winning a queen. So, but of course rook b6 is not possible because of my knight. I'm completely miscalculating this. But now I'm threatening to take the d4 pawn to hit my opponent with a fork. My name is Fork Chess. Now you need to smash that subscribe button. But I only have 3 minutes left. I need to play much faster. Otherwise my opponent will just flag me. So what is going on? Okay, he goes here. Now I will probably play... What can I play in this position? What can I do in this position? This does not look good. Maybe just knight d6. Knight d6, trying to play knight e4. Where? What? I'll just go back to f6, pressuring the pawn. Knight d7 is not a big threat, actually. Maybe knight back to d6 was a bit of a mistake. I need to play faster, of course. Now I need to focus. Okay, good move. I can check, probably. Trading off some material. I like this. Now I really need to pay attention to the chessboard, so I will speak less frequently. Maybe rook c3. Trading the rooks, of course. Queen f6 looks interesting. Wait, what? Maybe just back. I need to play faster. Maybe then just rook c8 in some positions. Maybe queen b7. Or queen c7 actually. This looks okay as well. Threatening rook c2, trading the rooks. Then trading the knights. Into a queen endgame, and his king is a bit vulnerable. I mispronounced that word, but I don't care. Maybe this was a bit of a mistake as well. I hung my pawn. Now rook c2. If we trade rooks, then position is probably a draw. We don't trade rooks, and we get into a queen endgame. I like this queen endgame. Why? Because his king is really badly placed here behind all his pawns. I will keep up the pressure. I'm down 2 minutes, but I think my position is okay. Maybe get the king to g6. Check here. And this should be a draw. This should be a draw. If here. Maybe not a draw as easily. Well, this looks. Threatening checkmate in 1. Oh, but there is check. winning a pawn. Maybe check here, takes here. It looks like this is checkmate. It's not. King h7 now. The pawn is hanging, yes. Maybe f5. Now this is just a draw. So he has to go up. What? This move looks like it blunders the game. And it probably does. The king is trapped. There is no check. I'm threatening checkmate in one. What can my opponent do to stop that? Oh, he has this move. I forgot my pawn is hanging. Oh, how dumb am I? What? Maybe this is still something. I probably am completely losing. But maybe that this could end in a draw actually. Is there like a... Ooh, there is this move. But it does not work. I thought there is a stalemate idea, but it doesn't work. So I will just grab this pawn. If he pushes, I will go here. Threatening checkmate. This is still a checkmate threat. And this pawn is a passer, but I'm down 2 pawns. If he can do that. This is a checkmate in 1. This doesn't work. There is like nothing I can do. This is just resignable. Wait, can I have like some sort of stalemate idea here? Not really. I'm probably just losing now. Maybe queen f6. Is there like any stalemate here? No. Because this is a checkmate. Ooh, I have this move stopping. No, wait. Yes, this move stops every checkmate. I missed that. But then there is this checkmate. But it's not checkmate yet. I have 22 seconds to save the game. There is like no chance of me surviving. That's why time is so important. And I have a pretty bad internet connection. I am on vacation actually. So that means that I will just lose the game. There is nothing I can do now. I have 10 seconds left and maybe I had a draw, maybe I was winning at some point, but this position is just resignable. Is there like any checkmate threat? I will just sack my queen, I don't. And now I will just resign, of course. This is game over. Okay, I lost 5 rating points, but I think my position... Oh, where did the game go? Wait, what? No, I need to go to... Wait, where did the game go? Where... Okay, now I found the game. Okay. So we'll analyze the game now. I think it was a pretty combative game. d4, d5 from my opponent. You can see the engine evaluation here. And now c4, of course, the queen's gambit. c6, this is known as the slow defense. Of course, defending the d5 and not taking on c4. That would be a queen's gambit accepted. And now knight c3, knight f6, this is still okay. And now the main line is to play knight to f3, and there is a lot of theory here. There is this variation. You can play, I believe, h6 and g6 are both a move. There is a6 as well, but I like to play e6 here. This is known as the semi-slow defense, but of course my opponent just took after knight f6. He took, and this is a exchange variation. Now a6 is a pretty good move. Knight c3, knight c6, excuse me, is a good move. Bishop f5 will be played, and after e6 my position would be nice, but this is the move does not matter here. And e6, yes, bishop d3, maybe taking was better than retreating, but this position is still very okay. After bishop d6 was the best move, but knight to e5 was played, and I could apparently have a big advantage after bishop takes and knight d7, of course, attacking the knight, attacking the pawn. Maybe this was a bit better, but I think I think queen c7 is okay as well. And now the best move was to take the knight on c6, but my opponent chooses to play rook c1. I simply castled. Was there like bishop takes e5, d takes e5, and knight d7 again? But could I take the pawn? No, there is queen d4. Of course my knight is pinned. How did I miss that? My knight is of course pinned, and this would result in a loss. So I simply castled, which is okay. After my opponent castled as well, rook ac8, putting some pressure on the open c file, and I spent a lot of time here, which was not correct. And after knight d3, very good move, I simply traded, and now the best move was to play b6 apparently. b6, making sure that there is no knight to c5 idea, but I played queen d6, simply sidestepping from any sort of discovered checks on this c file, although the knight is still on c6. But after remove queen to e2, I was winning. I took then the pawn on d4, which was a correct move, attacking the queen. And if my opponent were to take, I would win his knight, and this is resulting an extra pawn being on e6, actually not on d5. So this position was much better for me, and after rook f to d1, rook c6 was the best. Maybe queen d6 was too rushed here, but I think my position now is okay. Now knight d7 was okay before. Now knight b6 was not correct by the computer, but what should I play? Maybe rook c4? These blunders. No, rook c4. What about takes? Takes what? This seems bad. Oh, there is b5, of course. I missed this beautiful fork. And you guys know my name is Fork. Just now you have to hit that subscribe button below. Thank you guys, it would really help me out. But I played knight b6, and now knight c5 was played. Now I played rook c7, the best move, trying to double up on the c file, of course, which is very good plan in this kind of positions. And now b5. What is the best move here? a5 apparently. Wow, a5, and then my position is okay. What about maybe something like a4, a5? Yes, a4, excuse me. Maybe here, and my position is okay. But I simply played knight c4, which was okay as well. After takes, a4 was played indeed, because the pawn was hanging. And now after rook f to c8, putting my second rook on the open c file, my opponent responded with the move rook to b1, trying to activate his rook. And after rook c6, this was too passive for me. I believe this sequence of moves was bad, but this queen to f4 was a really nice move. I'm threatening a fork on d2, I'm threatening this pawn on d4, so the only move in the position, but apparently not, is to move the rook to d3. Maybe, of course, the rook d1 is okay as well, controlling the square and, of course, controlling the pawn being on d4. And after rook d3, knight d6 was played, maybe not the best move, but still okay. Now queen f6, the best move. Knight d7 was not correct, but I simply retreated, which was not okay. Maybe queen g5 was better with an intention to trade queens, of course attacking the h3 pawn as well. And after knight e5, rook c1 check, I traded the rooks, and this endgame is apparently minus 1.3. That means it is almost winning, but the computer is not pretty sure. And after king g2, I played knight to e4, which was a mistake. Now the position is back to being slightly better for me. And after f3, my position is much better because he made a big mistake. But here this was just a miss. Queen to c7, he can of course take the a6 pawn, but now the position is back to being very equal, and this endgame is of course drawish. It does not mean it will end in a draw, but it is drawish. So after a5, queen b5 was played. Very good move. h4, f6. Maybe f6 was not correct actually. Maybe king h7 was better, and then threatening some checks on the diagonal. You will see why f6 was not correct. Now both e6 and g6 pawns are weak, and my opponent took an advantage of it. And now king h7 was the correct move, but I played queen b1, which is still draw by the computer. How? Queen c1. and this is a loss. Now f5 blunders the game away. Yes, I could have spot queen to c1, but what's an idea actually? Of course, I'm threatening to... Ooh, this is a checkmate threat actually. f4, if something like a6 happens, f4 is checkmate in few moves. Of course, my opponent can sacrifice the queen here, but the position was lost. But I played this losing blunder, f5, and after king g5, of course, the pawn on g6 is very weak. It will fall eventually. Queen c1 was played, but f4 wins the game. And now the game is simply lost for me. And here I simply resigned after a few moves, and my time ran almost out, so I simply resigned. I played queen f5, which I don't know what it actually do, but okay, this was my day 10 game on chess.com. And if you guys like the video, I would appreciate if you were to consider to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and see you guys in another video. Bye.